Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Milne, and today we are gonna go to the library book sale. It's the last day of it. It's Sunday, and ideally they got their books marked down even more than they already were. And yeah, I don't really know if I'm gonna buy a bunch. You would have just seen on my channel. Maybe you didn't. If you didn't, you can go watch it after this video. I already did a book haul recently, but I really do want to support this library as well as a different library. I just love frequenting libraries, you know how it is. So I really want to go check them out and see what they have left. It's the last day of the sale, so it might be pretty picked over, but we'll find out. And yeah, let's go. I have just secured quite a large bag of books. Some for me, some for my classroom, one for my boyfriend, and it was literally $12.50. Like, what? If your library is having a sale, go to it if you like to read. Alright, I'm gonna drive home, cool off with some ice water, and we'll get to hauling these books for you, okay? Alright, welcome back. First, let me close the window real quick. Okay, we're back. Well, it is very nice out. That was also very loud, so I just needed it to be quieter. Let me clear out my background a little bit. Okay, so I just got back from the book haul. I was just getting in my car, was the last clip you would have seen. And, or from the book sale, not haul. This is the haul. So let's get into the haul. Like I said, I got some things for myself, some things for my students, and one thing for my boyfriend. Because I feel like if I also get him a book, then he can't be upset with me for bringing more books into the apartment. Yeah? So the first book I picked up is Hamlet by William Shakespeare. This was somebody's copy. They've annotated it, and there's a couple of these green star sticky notes in it with some notes on it, so I'm excited to read that. I can't remember if I read Hamlet. I might be mixing up Hamlet and Othello. I did read Othello in high school, but I don't know if I also read Hamlet. But regardless, it'll be a good reread. I picked up for myself The Cactus, which I knew nothing about, but thank God for Goodreads. I was looking up books as I was picking them up to see if there were things I'd want to get. So The Cactus by Sarah Haywood, and it was a Reese's book club pick. I'm gonna finish the books for myself and then show you the things I got for the classroom. Well, okay, here's what I got for my boyfriend. Red Sox vs. Yankees, The Great Rivalry. So it's a book all about the Yankee Red Sox history and the rivalry between the two teams. I'm a Yankee fan, my boyfriend's a Red Sox fan, so kind of perfect. I know, we couldn't be more adorable, don't worry about it. Where's my last book? So many books for my students. All right, my last book that I got for myself is Separation Anxiety by Laura Zigman. And this would look really cute on Goodreads, and the synopsis of it was adorable. So I figured, why the heck not? All the hardcovers were $1 and the paperbacks were 50 cents. So on myself, I spent $2. On my boyfriend, I spent 50 cents. That seems to be the trend for him. You may remember the last book I got him was also 50 cents from another library sale. And I definitely spent the most on my students, as I often do. So for my students, I got books 1 and 2 of the Heroes of Olympus. So book 1 is The Lost Hero, and book 2 is The Son of Neptune. They love Rick Riordan, so I am excited to give them more of him. I picked up a couple books from my childhood that I think it's important for them to have. So the first one is Emily Windsnap and the Monster from the Deep. I loved the Emily Windsnap series. I was obsessed with mermaids, so only appropriate that I would have found. I had a box set of these books when I was a kid, and I just think they would love it, some of them. They also love Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I'm slowly building up our Diary of a Wimpy Kid collection because there are just so many books. So I picked up book number 3, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, The Last Straw by Jeff Kinney. He's so great. We've watched a couple of live author talks with him, and really all of my students love him. And I know that's kind of a younger scale book for 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, but especially for my 4th graders, I notice, especially when they transition into my classroom from 3rd grade, they are drawn to those books as kind of a comfort book, and then they'll break out from that series with their, you know, silent reading choices. So I like to have it as a fallback, just to get them comfortable with the silent reading experience and how that goes in the classroom. And if they want to reread a couple of Diary of Wimpy Kids, that's fine with me. And then they typically start to explore some of the other series that I have on the shelves. I picked up The Ickabog by J.K. Rowling. I am not familiar with this book of hers, but I've got quite a few J.K. Rowling fans, so I figured why not. And it's really pretty, like gorgeous gold foiling. It's a hardcover book. Nothing too fancy under the dust cover, but I do like that it has something under the dust cover. So, The Ickabog. I might have to read it first, just to see what it's about. I picked up this book, which I don't remember if I already have it in the classroom, but if I do, I'll just pass it on to another teacher. I think it's a beautiful book. It's called Women in Science, 50 Fearless Pioneers Who Changed the World. And it's in such good condition. I don't know why anyone would want to get rid of this book. but I love it. If you have never heard of it, I absolutely recommend checking it out. It's great. I mostly use it, or I will use it if I don't already have it in the classroom, as a jumping point for students to research scientists from, so they can pick a scientist from the book and then use that as their initial information, and then follow up with more information and other forms of sources. I picked up this poetry book called When We Were Very Young by A.A. Milne. And it's just a really sweet little green book. And I love reading poetry to my students in the springtime. So that's for them. I picked up the Meanest doll in the world, which is part of the Doll People collection by Anne M. Martin and Laura Godwin. We already have the 2 other books in the classroom, so this book completes our series. And then I picked up a few books that are more so for research. So a couple of art books. I picked up Henri Matisse, Drawing with Scissors. This is by Keesia Johnson and Jane O'Connor. I picked up Getting to Know U.S. Presidents, George Washington. I picked up Getting to Know the World's Greatest Inventors and Scientists, Marie Curie and Thomas Edison. And then I picked up Who is Wayne Gretzky and Who is J.K. Rowling, which I was very pleased to be able to grab, especially since I got her other book, the Ickabog. So, in total, I purchased, let's do a count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 books. And I spent $12.50. You really can't go wrong with the library sale. This library here only does their sale once a year, I believe. And they have people from the community donate to it, and then they sell those books. My old library, which I still frequent up near where I work, they have a room that's constantly a sale section for when people do donate books. They just put them into the sale rotation. So I recommend checking out your local library, seeing if they do something either once a year or all the time. You never know, but definitely a great way to get some new books, either for your classroom, for your kids, for yourself, whatever it may be. And yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!